Joining us now from Washington is the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas. Mr. Secretary, good morning to you.
Good morning, Savannah. Thank you for having me.
Let us not sugarcoat this. Already you have a record number of crossings exceeding your own internal estimates. You have severely overcrowded detention facilities already. The president himself acknowledged this week it's going to be chaotic for a while. That's his word, not mine. My question to you is why? You have had 2 years to prepare for this. Why do we have this chaos and confusion at the border?
Savannah, the answer is very, very clear. We are operating within the constraints of a broken immigration system. There is unanimous agreement about that fact. Our system has been broken for more than 2 decades. It was last reformed in the 1990s. So that is the first point. The second point is we have not received from Congress the resources that we need and that we requested. And so we need our immigration system fixed once and for all, and we need the resources that we have requested.
Mr.
Now, within those constraints...
Yes. I was going to say fair enough, but given those undisputed facts that we do have a broken immigration system, why not delay the expiration of Title 42 until you are ready to handle it? Even some Democratic Congress members, such as Vicente Gonzalez from Texas, has suggested let's delay it for a little while and get more ready.
My answer is twofold, Savannah. Number one, Title 42 is a public health authority. The public health emergency has ended. We are now using our traditional immigration enforcement authorities, number one. Number two, we have been preparing for this moment for more than a year and a half. I have been very clear that it's going to be challenging, but we do have a plan. We're executing on our plan, and it will take some time for our plan to show results. But we have confidence in that plan because it has worked in the past.
Can I just ask you about that? Because one aspect of the plan are these regional processing centers where migrants could go not right at our borders but be processed. That's the plan, but not one has been built yet. Okay, it's been 2 years. The original lifting deadline for Title 42 was actually a year ago. So why isn't that construction already underway? Why isn't this plan further along when you've known for 2 years this is coming?
Savannah, our president has led the greatest expansion of lawful pathways ever. Let me be clear. We have communicated to the migrants, to individuals who are thinking of taking the journey, that there is a right way to do it, that is lawful, safe, and orderly, and there is a wrong way. And the wrong way is in the hands of smugglers. We already have multiple lawful pathways available to individuals. We have demonstrated their success with respect to individuals from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. We have expanded those lawful pathways. The regional processing centers are an additional pathway that are being built now, and they require the negotiation and the planning with our international partners. So we are only expanding the lawful pathways. People need to take them because what they are going to encounter at our border is Border Patrol agents who will take them into custody and remove them. We're going to be delivering tougher consequences.
Let me ask you about this severe overcrowding we're already seeing in detention facilities. They're overflowing such that you've announced a new policy this week that allows some highly vetted migrants to be released into this country, but with no court date and no way to track them. Now, late yesterday, a federal judge struck that down. What now, then? What do you do about this overcrowding?
So we consider that ruling to be very harmful. The procedure that we were executing is something that other administrations have done. These individuals are screened and vetted, and then they are released and then placed into immigration enforcement proceedings. The Department of Justice is, of course, considering its options with respect to the court's ruling.
Yeah.
But we're ready for different eventualities,
You know,
Savannah.
well, I just say people at home will hear that, wait, and even if it's just a subset, relatively a small number, you say the border is not open, but there is a subset of people who are being released into this country with no court date and no way to track them. I mean, that sounds like the border is open for some.
Savannah, the vast majority are being removed. I think if one asked any one of the 1.4 million people who were expelled, removed, or returned last year, I don't think they would tell you that the border is open.
The administration has enacted a new policy. It's a tough one. It would require migrants to have first attempted asylum in another country before they come to the U.S. This was a policy that the president harshly criticized when he was running against President Trump. I'm going to play some sound here.
This is the first president in the history of the United States of America that anybody seeking asylum has to do it in another country. That's never happened before in America. That's never happened before in America. You come to the United States and you make your case.
Then candidate Biden outraged at President Trump for executing a policy he is now enacting. What changed? Did he fail to understand the difficulties here?
Savannah, actually, that's not true. This is not the Trump administration policy by any means. Number one, we have built lawful, safe, and orderly pathways for people to use. Number two, if they don't use those pathways, then they will have had to have made a claim for asylum or protection in one of the countries through which they traveled and been denied. And if they don't do either of those things, they don't face a ban like that one that existed in the Trump administration, but they have a higher burden of proof to meet. We have a security obligation and a humanitarian obligation to cut the ruthless smugglers out. We see too much tragedy and trauma, too much death at the hands of smugglers. We are cutting them out. We are building lawful pathways. We are going to deliver consequences for people who don't use those pathways. We have an obligation to disincentivize people from taking the dangerous journey and suffering so much peril.
Mr. Secretary, as we've been discussing, this is an incredibly complex situation, and I'm glad you mentioned the human aspect of that because that is key. I have to ask you a question. Does the president bear some responsibility for the surge we're seeing right now? I want to play you a piece of something he said during the campaign again back in 2019. Take a listen.
All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come.
Mr. Secretary, they came. They're sitting outside along our border right now. It is cold at night. It is sizzling hot during the day. There is dust. There are children. They came. Did that messaging encourage people to make this crossing?
What encourages people to make the crossing is the false information, the lies that the smuggling organizations communicate. That's what makes these people take the dangerous journey. They're deceived into doing so. Let me share with you, though, what is the fundamental point here. The fundamental point is that we need Congress to act. The president on day one presented Congress with legislative reform. Our system has been broken for more than 2 decades. Everyone agrees about that. It's time not to criticize. It's time to act. Fix the system. Give us the resources we need and have requested. Those are the avenues that our legislators need to take.
Everybody agrees this is a broken system. Mr. Secretary, difficult times. Thank you for your time this morning for answering the questions. It's much appreciated.
Thank you, Savannah.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.